And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we want to welcome you all to the Hello LLC. If you don't know, Hello stands for Helping Entrepreneurs Leverage Leading Web3 Optimizations. And today, my friends, you are in the amazing Wisdom Wednesday room, where today's title is The Great Divide: Utility Coins versus Meme Coins. Crypto talk. No, this isn't financial advice. No, we're not going to be telling you what to buy, how to buy, anything of that sort. This is literally just giving you all a foundational, overview of where we're going with this cryptocurrency and how the digital finance world is changing. And more importantly, especially, I'll speak for myself. When we first started, looking into this crypto thing, I had no clue. I thought all crypto was the same, not knowing the difference between a meme coin, not knowing the difference between a utility coin, and whether you're a seasoned investor, understanding the difference between these two categories. It is crucial that we all evolved understanding that this world of blockchain, this world of decentralized finance that is known as DeFi, and this border financial technology that we continue to talk about, this fintech that you're utilizing right now with PayPal, you're utilizing right now with Zelle, you're utilizing already, and I bet 75% of you don't even have $100 in your purse or wallet right now. And so we're kind of already on the cusp and been utilizing, digital assets for money exchange. And so this is just where we're gonna, understand cryptocurrency has came a long way. Bitcoin launched in 2009, and we have to understand that Bitcoin is, kind of where AI is right now. People kind of hear about it. Some people don't believe in it. Some people don't have a clue of what it is, and talking down on it, not understanding the value what it's going to start and how it's really going to reshape how we think about money, how we think about transactions, how we think about the financial service, especially at the speed. And this is where, the old clunky, junky, crusty, dusty, Swift system that we've been using, for an entrepreneur, you got to transfer money over and it takes 3 to 4 days from PayPal to your bank account. And it just causes a bit chaos, especially when we talk about, workflow and finances and just being able to have that capital overhead and knowing where it all is. And so really understanding, that this accelerated pace. And more importantly, the government now, is exploring this and improvements to the central, bank digital currency. So we have to look at the future of cryptocurrency in the position to revolutionize, the industry beyond finance, including real estate. They're already utilizing crypto and real estate in gaming. When you want to buy something on the game, a lot of you play Call of Duty, that's moving over, supply chain management, even social media, with you protecting your own content. And so with this rapid growth, it becomes more and more important that we understand the difference between the hype coins and the coins with real reality, utility behind them. And there are companies here, there are companies around the world that are doing these things. And you guys always know we love providing facts, right? Over your feelings, over your emotions, right? Over what you might think, is going on, that the global currency market is valued at over $2.5 trillion and growing. Bitcoin alone has a market cap exceeding $900 billion. I'll never forget sitting at the barbershop and they were talking about Bitcoin. And I was like, oh my God, I don't have all that money to, purchase one Bitcoin, not, paying attention to it. If at that time, I was a C-level corporate, I had plenty of money to put $1,550, on Bitcoin, I probably wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. But because of closed mindset, right? When we talk about a closed mouth, a closed mind, a closed heart, and a closed hand, we have to be able to do something different. And what happens a lot of the times, and I want you guys to listen to me well and long on this one, is that, we self-sabotage ourselves. And self-sabotage becomes a habit. And that habit, really doesn't do us well. It doesn't do other people well. And the crazy thing about it is that habit, it just is something that continues to be a detriment when we do self-sabotage ourselves, whether that be in your relationship, whether that be in your business, whether that be in your friendship, regardless of what it is, we self-sabotage ourselves. And sometimes we start falling in love with that self-sabotage, and it really doesn't do us justice. So open up those things and understand also there's about 23,000 different cryptocurrencies that exist today, but I don't think they'll be around too much longer as new regulations and the clampdown comes on it, especially as we talk about, this meme coin and the utility coin. And especially as we share with you guys that over 420 million people right now own cryptocurrency. So that's more than the United States alone. So when you say nobody's in it, nobody's investing, I'm here to share with you, they are. Countries like El Salvador have fully adopted Bitcoin as a legal tender. So when we talk about regulations, we already have, countries that we can point to and ask them. So this isn't going to be something that's starting new and trying to start from scratch. There's companies there are countries that are already doing it, right? And integrating blockchain, and it's just not for money. Just money happens to be the key indicator when we talk about the blockchain. When we talk about the European, Union and China are already actively regulating crypto as we speak right now, which is why there's a big race. Cryptocurrency is the new gold rush at the end of the day, to make it simple, short, and sweet for you all. And you can continue not to listen. You continue to listen. The choice is yours. Just like in anything in life, we have a decision, we have a choice, and we have a chance. And then, there's over 15,000 businesses worldwide accepting cryptocurrency, which is why we share with you guys at the Hello LLC. We can help you make that transition, because what happens if somebody comes to you and says, hey, I want to pay you in Bitcoin. Hey, I want to pay you in Ethereum. Hey, I want to pay you in X. Hey, I want to pay you in this. And you can't take it. You've lost that sale. So, this is where you have to start being more preventative in your business and being aware of what's going on and how these things are, transpiring faster and faster as we move forward. And then being able to understand, we won't go into too deep in this, but the mining, right? A lot of you talk about the mining. That'll probably be a room that we might do as well on the whole mining. And then, of course, the future. Adoption is rising, and companies like Tesla, MicroStrategy, PayPal are holding Bitcoin on their balance right now, right? And so, this is something that you have to be able to understand, that investors like Ethereum layer 2 solutions, AI-driven DeFi, Web3 applications are pushing for blockchain technology forward. So as we shared with you guys yesterday, this AI, this fintech, this metaverse, crypto, it's all entangled with each other at the end of the day when this is all said and done with. And that's the biggest thing. And so, with that being said, you guys make sure you come and join us in the Hello Plaza and Metaverse, that you can join from your cell phone, you can join from your laptop, you can join from your actual iPad if you have one of those. And or if you do want to come and join us in the, with your VR headsets, come on down. But we want to thank all of you that have joined us also on the 2D platforms, from Facebook to LinkedIn to YouTube to Twitch to Spaces, and also Instagram as well. And definitely follow, drop a like, drop a love. Sharing is caring. You got to give what you want back. If you're not giving, please believe you ain't getting it back. At the end of the day, don't be a taker, be a giver. At the end, after all is said and done, give more than you take. But with that being said, you have anything you'd like to share, Tara?
Well, hello, beautiful people. It's a great Wednesday. Today is, of course, as you guys know, my favorite conversation and my favorite topic. Spending hours listening to information about this, constantly understanding how to be able to pivot through this realm. And it's funny because as David was speaking, I was thinking back to when I learned about crypto, but when I started to actually learn the technical side of things, to understand the actual nitty gritty, how things work, how they're connected, what the different terminology means. This was all before AI, so you couldn't just plug it into AI and have AI give it to you. So then you could, share that. It was, and learn from AI. You couldn't be like, well, what's a token? What's a coin? What's this? What's that? You couldn't, ask those questions. And so you had to lean into conversations and pick up the lingo and ask questions where you could. And I remember, just thinking, no wonder there's a lot of people that do not, adventure into this realm, because at that time, it was just listening to other people share information and doing your own research. This for all those that are, 40 and above will understand research papers and not having the ability to use ChatGPT for all those that are 30 and above, because you didn't have it either, but the beautiful thing is that because we have these tools at our hands and our fingertips, it allows us to, be able to become comfortable. And that's the goal of what today's room is to really talk about the difference of things and the fundamentals, as they call it, the tokenomics, and really understand what things are, not just from David and or I sharing, but allowing, different videos that we've been able to find to share that with you, and also to understand how serious this really is. And I think that's the biggest thing that people need to understand is, before the beginning of this year, was it a serious matter? Yes, it was. But the moment that a new administration showed up that was very pro fintech and pro Web3 and pro crypto, you're going to see mass changes happen now. And so when we share with you guys, now is the time to lean in. To be very frank, I listen to this question asked a lot because there are a lot of new people coming into the space of cryptocurrency. And I hear this question a lot of, am I too late? And I hear a lot of other influencers and knowledge sharers and gifters share with them, no, you're not too late. You can still get in on a lot of amazing projects. But as Mr. Jones shared, when regulations show up, we will then understand that many of these entities will no longer be here. And that will be because of regulation clarity, which will also be explained as we dive deeper in today's conversation about, utility versus a mean. And when regulations show up, there's going to be a certain bar that people have to meet, or I'm sorry, I should say projects will have to meet. That projects is a term for, whether it's a token or coin, but they'll have to meet these certain examples, certain regulations, so that in order to make sure that people are getting taken advantage of. And a lot of times what we do hear about is all of the bad. We hear about the FTX scandal where, millions of dollars was taken. We hear about, people building NFTs and then rug pulling it. We hear about meme coins getting rug pulled. We hear about all these bad things, but what we don't understand is the really good things that are going on and what these projects are solving. And so today's, conversation is really to help you understand what the difference is. Again, we're not going to tell you what to be buying, where to be, doing it. We are not financial advisors. We are not giving financial advice. We're sharing information that we have learned through curating many rooms like this, watching a lot of videos, and sharing conversations with other people within the space, and starting to understand how the organic nature of this comes together. And as I was sharing this today in a conversation, is that, and David was sharing this as well, we're already have systems that are implemented that we're using on a regular basis. We've shared this in the past before: PayPal, Stripe, Square, any of these Cash App, any of these, different peer-to-peer payment systems. Actually, PayPal is just coming out with a new peer-to-peer system that is going to be very similar to like what Cash App, where you can just like, bam, send somebody something quicker. And you could say, well, I thought that was already set up. They have a version of it, but I guess it's going to be more whiz bang. Guys, this is powered by the power of cryptocurrency and fintech. And this is because they're starting to get the green light, and they, meaning the large institutions, PayPal being a large institution, are getting the green light that you can start utilizing Web3 capabilities, which is cryptocurrency, fintech, web, AR, VR, metaverse, understanding that when we are in that realm and we're being able to now get the green light to utilize those technologies, this is where it all starts coming together. And because they know humans do not do change very well, they're going to do it very slow and very methodical and very, just, oh, here it is. It's so easy. Just push the button. And while they're changing the system on the backside. So there's a lot of great videos we have lined up today, a lot of great information. And so stay tuned, stick to your, seats and hang on, because you guys need to know this information. Stop sticking your head in the sand. Let me just say it this way. In the next 5 years, there's going to be, and it's already in process, it's already started, there's going to be a large financial switch. And that means that how we move money around this world. And there's a great opportunity that you can become maybe pretty financially stable, assuming, not financial advice. But with that stated, there's going to be a lot of people in 5 years that go, oh crap, I heard about this and I had an opportunity to take advantage of it and I didn't. If you're spending $5 at Starbucks, you got plenty of money to be able to start understanding that you could be building a different future for yourself and your family if you would make some sacrifices. With that said, back to you, Mr. Jones.
So I'm going to start this first video, and it's a 3-part. I couldn't have all 10 minutes of it, so it's a 3-part. And this is a young lady talking about the difference between meme coins and utility coins. So here we go.
In the words of Public Enemy, don't believe the hype. Crypto is not a scam, not any more than the stock market is a scam. Now hear me out, because what I'm going to tell you is going to blow your mind. What you've probably heard that makes you think crypto is a scam is how people have lost money by investing in meme coins. So let's break down the difference between meme coins and utility tokens. Meme coins and utility tokens represent two ends of the cryptocurrency spectrum. While both can be lucrative, they serve entirely different purposes and appeal to different types of investors. Meme coins are the internet's answer to speculative investing. So what's that? Well, when Taylor Swift announced her Eras Tour, and some people bought tickets not because they wanted to go see the concert, but because they knew demand would be insane, they were betting they could flip those tickets for way more than they paid. That's speculative investing, buying something because you think its value will increase, not because of its actual purpose or worth. The stock market saw this with GameStop in 2021. People weren't buying because they believed in GameStop's business. They were buying because they thought other people would keep buying and drive the price up. According to the SEC, about 50% of day trading can be purely speculative, meaning people are basically playing hot potato with stocks, trying not to be the last one holding when the music stops. It's like playing musical chairs with your money. Sometimes you win big, but the only way to win big is when lots of other people lose. But it's perfectly legal to do. Now, crypto known as meme coins can be created by anyone and come from jokes, memes, and viral trends. They thrive on community enthusiasm and social media buzz. They're like NFTs. Remember when those were all the rage? They were basically valued in the same way that other collectibles are valued, like a Pokemon card. Now you can tell me that a Pokemon card is worth $1,000 and I will laugh in your face. But that doesn't mean that there aren't some people who will pay that amount for the card. The value is relative. So examples are like Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. They started as internet jokes but have grown into multi-billion-dollar assets. However, their value is largely driven by hype, celebrity endorsements, and FOMO, fear of missing out, rather than any real-world utility. This is the same situation with both the Trump and Melania meme coins. More on that later. Now, despite their volatility, meme coins are becoming more sophisticated. Some, like the Shiba Inu coin I mentioned earlier, are developing utility features such as decentralized exchanges, Shiba Swap, and layer 2 solutions, Shiba Barium, blending meme culture with real-world applications. Okay, so now let's talk about utility coins. Utility tokens are the backbone of blockchain technology. They power ecosystems, enable transactions, and solve real-world problems. Here are some of the most impactful utility tokens in 2025. You may have heard of Ethereum. This crypto is the foundation for decentralized applications known as dApps and smart contracts. See, I told you I'd explain these. Ethereum remains the go-to platform for developers with a market cap exceeding $500 billion. Its upcoming upgrades continue to improve scalability and reduce fees. And that's a big issue when it comes to crypto. For instance, Bitcoin has been around
Here we go. Sorry about that, guys. This is something for you all to understand the difference between, right, what a meme coin is, what a utility coin is, and that's exactly what she was sharing with you all, of really understanding that a meme coin is nothing more than a community that comes together and says, hey, this is going to be this much money, and you try to get all these people to also buy in on this community project, and that raises the price. And that is a meme coin at the end of the day, for everybody to join in on this coin and really take a benefit from it. So meme coins are primarily driven by the internet, culture, social media trends, speculation, rather than real world use cases. As you shared, when LeBron James, when Tom Brady, when a lot of these, the Kardashians, they, start promoting these meme coins, and what you found and you heard a lot that scared a lot of people is that the rug was getting pulled, right? People, and the crazy thing about this is that stocks do the same exact thing. I mean, you can short stocks, and gain from, the downfall. I mean, look at just what happened, earlier in the week, where stocks just completely went down because they were manipulated by the community, aka the United States, and that had a huge, a financial detriment on a lot of people. And not only that, imagine, Facebook. I mean, I'm talking out loud right now, but Facebook, that's kind of a meme coin, because when people stopped downloading, the app, and people said, hey, we're doing this against Facebook, their stocks went down. When Target decided to take away the DEI, their stocks went down, and now they brung it back. And so this is really a community base that does have some corporation behind it when we talk about stocks, but it's the same risk that people have to understand, especially, where I come from. It was, don't mess with stocks. It's this, it's that. But what was not shared was that you're doing the same thing the banks are doing. And this is where you play with the big boys. And most people don't get that game or that concept, understanding to utilize leverage, understanding to know where these companies are going, and to put your money in and pull your money out when it's need be. And that's part of it, right? Is to utilize other systems. And so meme coins are, extremely volatile, especially with the price movements, as we just talked about. She gave you guys some examples. Shiba would be one, Pepe would be one. There's multiple other ones out there, right? And now, I'm going to have her play the actual, utility portion, and we'll go from there.
big
So here we go.
issue when it comes to crypto. For instance, Bitcoin has been around for 16 years. Remember how I told you that the more mature a coin is, the more complex the cryptograph is to validate a transaction? Well, the fees go up too, so it ends up taking longer and costing more to add the transaction to the ledger. Here's some other crypto and their utility, meaning this is what they do. Chainlink is a critical player in connecting blockchains to real-world data. Chainlink's Oracle network is used by major institutions for automating contracts and processing trillions in transaction value every year. Solana is known for its lightning-fast transaction speeds, 65,000 transactions per second. It's a favorite for decentralized finance, or DeFi, and gaming applications. Polygon is a layer 2 solution for Ethereum. Polygon makes transactions faster and cheaper. It processes millions of transactions daily and is widely used for scaling Ethereum-based projects. Cardano is built on peer-reviewed research. It's currently being used in Ethiopia to track academic records for 5 million students. Then there's Filecoin, which is decentralized data storage. It stores over 150 petabytes of data. That's like 37.5 billion songs. Okay, so now let's talk more about smart contracts. Smart contracts are basically self-executing agreements built on blockchain technology. Think of them like a vending machine. You put in money, select what you want, and automatically get your item. No middleman required. According to research from Boston Consulting Group, smart contracts could reduce banking transaction costs by $15 to $20 billion annually. That's because they eliminate the need for intermediaries and automate processes that usually require lawyers, bankers, and brokers. Here are some real-world applications already in use. Supply chain management. Walmart uses blockchain to track food from farm to shelf. In 2022, they reported reducing the time to trace food origins from 7 days to 2.2 seconds. Then there's real estate. Companies like Proppy have completed over $4 billion in blockchain-based real estate transactions. Their smart contracts automatically transfer property titles when payment conditions are met. Then there's voting systems, which we've talked about before. But did you know in Estonia, they've been using blockchain for national ID since 2012 and tested blockchain for voting in 2019? Their system processed 186,000 votes with 0 reported security issues. Smart contracts are also used for insurance claims. AXA, or AXA, launched their blockchain platform in 2017. Smart contracts automatically pay out flight delay insurance. No paperwork, no waiting, no arguing with agents. You buy the insurance, the blockchain tracks the flights. When yours doesn't take off, crypto is automatically sent to your wallet. There's also energy trading. The Brooklyn microgrid lets neighbors trade solar power directly using smart contracts. In 2022, they reported 500 households saving an average of 15% on energy costs. So here's the thing about crypto. It's like the early internet. Yes, there are scams. Yes, there are idiots losing money from meme coins. But underneath all that noise is technology that's revolutionizing how we handle transactions, contracts, and trust. The key difference between tokens is that utility tokens are like buying stock in useful technology. Meme coins are like buying lottery tickets. Both might make money, but only one has actual value backing. 90% of the money invested in the crypto market is invested in tokens with real utility. So while your cousin's friend might be losing money on Dogecoin, major companies and governments are quietly building real solutions with this tech. The World Economic Forum predicts blockchain could store 10% of global GDP by 2027. Remember when email seemed weird until it didn't? Crypto's the same way. We're just early in the story. So what's the real takeaway here? It's two things can be true at the same time. Crypto can be a useful and amazing tool that we haven't even begun to harness yet. But there are also people out there who are just interested in how it can make them money. And when the government takes down the guardrails, they are making it easier for these people. No one rallying around these new crypto rules is talking about smart contracts or crypto's utility. They're excited because it's going to make them money. So it's not crypto we should be worried about. We should be worried about how the government deregulates it to the point where it causes such a financial disaster that people not only lose money, but people lose trust in an invention that could revolutionize the world. If you like these long form explanation videos, then please double tap the screen.
Boom. So that right there, my friends, was a great, video that we've shared on our social media. If you guys want that, definitely go and check out our social media. We put it on there, but that is a great overview for people to understand the difference. And, one of the last things that she said was so spot on. When people talk about crypto, it's in the mindset of making money. Nobody's talking about the technology that is shifting the way that we do business, especially as we continue to share with you guys. We're on a global economy scale now where you can do business, with people from Thailand. You can do business with people from Europe. You can do people with people in Africa. You can do business with people all over, especially with the language, the AI translating, what we're saying. And so it's moving faster and faster as we move forward. And then, she said something also, that emails, from you used to sending, emails, or should I say, sending a letter to somebody. And then we got this thing called fax, the fax machine. And then we got this fax to email, it was a huge transition. A lot of us, were a little weary. What do you do? Oh my God, this is a fax machine. The weird noises. It didn't work. It didn't, make it there. How many of you lost a deal or lost an assignment or a business deal because they didn't get the fax or needed something done? And sooner or later, there was easier, technology. And that is where we're at right now with our money, and our financial system is. And as she said, even with these smart contracts, everything is going to be tokenized from your cell phone, your pencil, your glasses, your car, where you will be able to say, hey, here's everything, and boom, and it's really cutting out the middleman. Well, we've been saying this for the longest. Real estate agents, they're in trouble. Car dealerships, they've already been in trouble that people are buying their things online. And this is why we continuously, share with you guys, where in your business is there a threat for you to be obsolete, as a lot of these companies didn't think they would, but they are, and or they fall behind, and then it's too late. And then there's some other company called Carvana. There's some other company, called, Temu, that comes out of nowhere and starts, eating your lunch, and they found it faster, better, or, targeted a different audience. And, because if you're not paying attention, we're all missing out. And so, those are some of the things that, I picked up from that. You got anything you'd like to share?
Well, it was a great video for showing within the sense of, what the difference is. And as David was sharing and as she was pointing out, most people are only interested because of the amount of money they're going to be making. And most people don't understand what crypto projects are actually doing. They don't understand if it is a store of value. They don't know if it's a meme. They don't know what memes there are. They don't know the ups and downs, or the pros and the cons of store of value. They don't understand what utility actually does. They don't understand what projects are in utility. As she was breaking down and sharing about what you can do within smart contracts. But smart contracts are, what they would call an NFT. Some of that was not even where it was of talking about the actual utility of the project that people don't realize, are problems, because what everybody else seems to understand is instant. Right here, right now, I can cash out somebody $20 and they'll get it instantly within the United States. It's different peer-to-peer payment processors outside of the States, but it's instant in your eyes. And so because it's instant in your eyes, you think that everything on the backside is instant as well. And most people don't realize that the system is antiquated and outdated, and it's old, and it needs to be, kicked to the curb, and it needs to bring in a new system that is able to move things around the globe in a matter of milliseconds, not even seconds, but milliseconds, for the fraction of pennies. I continue to share with you guys, listening to that one gentleman talk about moving $51 million around. It was done instantly, and instantly to him was less than 10 seconds. I think he said it clocked in around 6 or 7 seconds by the people just counting out loud. And the cost of it was like 20 cents to move $51 million in less than 10 seconds. Like, people, we got to understand that's not doable right now. But most people, again, because it's instant to them and it's not at their doorstep, and they don't need to worry about, if it's here or if it's not here. They don't know. They don't make that. They don't, they don't care until it hits their doorstep. And then once it hits their doorstep and they don't have money that they need like instantly, it's like, well, what the hell? Why don't we get it instantly? Well, because the systems are outdated and antiquated. So when we talk about the difference between memes and utilities, people have to understand what utilities really are. It's different companies around the world that are solving problems via the power of Web3 technology, metaverse, AI, fintech, cryptocurrency, smart contract, NFTs, blockchains, all of this. And a lot of people, when we talk about Web 1, Web 2, Web 3, and what they are, Web 1, we all know, was our emails. We talk about this all the time. It was the basis of AOL. You got mail. Wow, we can send electronic email around the world. And then all of a sudden we moved into Web 2, and that was called the Internet of Things, because we could go check out anything on the internet. We were connected through a protocol of web pages, and we had things at our fingertips. And the Web 3 is going to be the Internet of Value. And people don't understand the value of what Web 3 is. And this is where we are sharing with people that we continue to shout from the rooftops that you need to get into Web 3 one way or the other, whether it's moving your business into metaverse, whether it's utilizing cryptocurrency and fintech in your business so you can actually take payment processing through cryptocurrencies. You've got to bust a move. You're already using AI. I know most of you are using AI in your business already. So you've got to bust a move and get there, because if you don't, you will then show up and pay the same price that you could pay for a whole cow you would pay for a steak. So that $35, $50 steak, you could buy a whole cow that would give you multiple steaks for years to come with the generations that you can go ahead and produce out of that one cow. But people don't get that. They don't understand the value that's coming down the pipeline, and because it's not tangible in front of them. And so you have individuals out here that are with their heads stuck in the sand. They discount cryptocurrency, they discount metaverse, they discount AI because they think it's just silly and funny. And in reality, it is going to be the way of things. And what took 20 years for Web 2 to really take a hold, because let's be frank, between 2000 and 2025 that we're in now, so 25 years, it will take a fraction of that time. It will take 1/5 of that time, which is 5 years. In 5 years, between 2025 and 2030, you will be blown back by what is going to change with our systems and the Internet of Value that's coming down the pipeline. But guess what? It'll be so slow and strategic that you won't realize because you're not paying attention. And until you pull your head out of the sand and get with it, and listen to conversations like what David and I've shared with you today. Listen to what conversations of other people are plugging in and talking about. Yes, some of them are way deep in Web3. Those are the conversations I love because it's the technical side, it's the deep side, but that's not for everybody because not everybody wants to know at that level. They want to know at the high end, the superficial, what do I need to know, the ins and outs, how can I make educated choices and decisions when I move through this industry and be able to navigate that so they can make smart business and personal choices. But we get scared of what we don't know. We get comfortable in what we do know, and we get comfortable in knowing what other people have done for the rest of their life. And we live what other people's lives are instead of living your own life of showing up and getting curious about something that really will change this world and how we do business. And I'm excited because now it's kind of catching on like wildfire where everybody's wanting to chit chat about it. I was just looking through the Instagram comments because we are live on multiple channels, and there's individuals in the Instagram that are talking about the different utility tokens that they're interested in. And boy, howdy, I couldn't agree more with them because if you get it, you get it. You understand what these utility tokens are doing as they reconstruct the fundamentals of our foundation and our infrastructure. And there was a press conference that was done yesterday by the new administration's crypto czar. And this individual has been tasked with putting a team together so they can help navigate crypto regulations through, get those passed, make sure that they're bringing back the crypto industry to the United States, because there was for many years, as you know, many of you have a bad taste or it's bad or it's, you know, gambling or it's used for nefarious reasons, and all of that pushed things offshore. And so now you have companies that are coming back that are United States companies that are coming back to want to continue to do business in this realm, and they're getting clear guidance. And that just means more tools at your fingertips to where you can utilize this to sustain, you know, your business, your livelihood, and be able to shift directions. You know, it's growing up, and living here in Mexico, you see people that will do, you know, one job and they'll do it their entire life. And what Web3 does is it brings a new perspective of not having to do things the old way anymore and being able to do things the new way and being able to still be self-sustainable to where you can provide for yourself and have that roof over your head and food in your mouth. And that comes down to understanding about the 4 most expensive things that people keep closed, which is the closed mind, closed mouth, closed heart, closed hand. And when you don't keep that mind open and all of those other items open, you miss opportunities that are shared with you. We've done it. We've openly admitted that on multiple times on our channel. But because we've grown, it's understanding when those opportunities arrive and when the opportunity for change shows up to jump on board. Like, people are so afraid of change. People are so afraid to jump in and do something that is different than what they know. And in reality, it could make their life easier and simpler. And just going with the flow and getting things done and being open to that knowledge really will take you guys in the direction to where you want to go. But too often we don't, because we're stuck in the old ways of knowing how things were done in the past, or how you did things, or how generations before you did things. And that then does not serve you the best, because then you're living in that same thing. Because we live in the world of nostalgia, and I got to do things this way. I got to do things this way because it was always done this way, and I don't want to lose culture. And that's a real valid aspect. But we have to stop and understand that this is not losing, this is gaining, and it's addition to your portfolio, so that way you understand how your life can be more simple, to where you can have more freedom of what you want to do, because you got systems and processes in your businesses that are powered by Web3, AI, fintech, cryptocurrency, metaverse, VR, AR, all of those items within that chemistry of Web3. and can really propel you into something much greater. But we resist and we stay stuck and we don't move. And it's just really sad to watch. And we watch, many of businesses do these things, even personal professionals do these things. And it's just heartbreaking because you're like, if you guys would listen to these opportunities of how you can gain and add and make a new experience that people never experienced before, people will be all on board. But anyways, I will park my scooter there. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been a great conversation today. Back to you, Mr. Jones.
And so if you guys do not know about our amazing MotionWorks, Hello AI MotionWorks, then we can show you better than we can tell you. And this is one of our amazing new clients, Miss Gwen Nash. She has her new biz in a box, and this is her Hello AI MotionWorks. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Gwen Nash, founder of Arc Plus More. At Arc Plus More, we're all about empowering individuals and businesses to reach their fullest potential. Whether it's through personal coaching, leadership training, or our community outreach programs, we're here to help you grow and thrive. We offer everything from business solutions to soul food pop-ups and African attire, all designed to uplift and inspire. Join me at Arc Plus More, and let's work together to unlock your true potential and create positive change.
Uh-oh. It is love, it is kindness, it is integrity, but most importantly, commitment and consistency. And until next time, you guys know the drill. Toodles!